Welcome, one and all, back to the Kale's Tales channel, and Merry Christmas to all of you. Now for this one, to start off the first week of Christmas time, and it will be about a week before Digital Circus episode 7. I've been a nice homemade Christmas rhyme and a recap, a holiday edition for us to recap the events of what recently happened with our favorite purple rabbit. If you notice here, let's see, joining us is my little dog Camo here, just resting himself. I didn't have the art to tell him no. If you notice a little clue here, let's see, Jaxie is kind of disassociating himself from his good old friends. But I guess we'll have to wait and see, right? Alright then, so please, everybody, gather around. If you're watching, if I'm on the big screen, everyone gather around, crisscross, applesauce, and I'll read you a nice tale. I call this one, the funny one. Alright then, let's begin.
'Twas a year at the circus, and all to the lore, 6 humans stuck in purgatory, every day being a chore. One happy, one anxious, one grumpy, one sad, one insane. But the most mysterious of all had trauma in his brain. A humanoid rabbit who goes by the name Jax. Now please don't ask why, no one quite knows the facts. With salmon-colored overalls, a wide smile of bright yellow, and millions of ship art of the mischievous fellow. Since the popular pilot of 2023, he was shipped with everyone, such as a jester voiced by Lizzie. The frustrated Gooseworks, explaining to the fanbase that no ship was canon, so let's cut to the chase. Jax was a bastard, always with a plan. Why, he was even crowned Tumblr Sexy Man. He was first introduced as a wisecracking asshole, always one step ahead. He thought he had a goal. He pushed and he pulled and made everyone suffer. Oh my! The ringleader is beginning to buffer. The ringleader named Kane, a goofy AI, a problematic antagonist who really tries. Kane makes his adventures dangerous, trying his best to entertain, making sure the 6 humans never ever go insane. Jax is problematic through the one and only season. Until the recent episodes, no one quite understood the reason. For the past 3 episodes, he was one-dimensional. Kept disassociating with others he thought were so gullible. During the adventure at Spudsy's, where he was forced into slave labor, Jax made small talk with Pomni by saying,
"Hey. Hello, neighbor."
It was since that conversation with the little jester that Jax took a break from causing all the fester. Why, he made an adventure for her, interested in what she's into, making her the president, and he wasn't quite yet through. He thought Pomni liked Aussies, doing an accent to impress her, before sending a bomb, practically to mess her. During the stargazing adventure, we noticed just the same as Pomni, that Jax always wondered if Gangle could ever be happy. Pomni asked him if there were friends he actually had, with a comment by Ragtha that made him quite mad. He dropped this act in prankster facade, and began to share with Pomni something fascinatingly odd. Why does Ragtha act like everything was always peachy? What was the point in being so muddily preachy? Jax let his guard down and slowly bonded with the jester, while keeping his facade in his digital beta tester. It's when Jax found out that he was missing his tail, why, Pomni genuinely laughed at his relatable fail. He casually apologized to her for the presidential provoke, only did it because it was all for a joke. Next adventure, they voted Jax in maid outfit. All except Pomni, who knew he wouldn't like it. At the benches, the two had more time to chat, while Ragtha was determined to be good at bat. It was when Jax went full carnivore, that Pomni and the others have never seen before. He chewed and shook up his NBC evil self, while Pomni was only one, laughing like an elf. When they got back, Jax and Pomni spent more time together, Jax confidently feeling as light as a feather. We all thought it was Ragtha that would be close to abstract, but the Jax episode gives us more emotional fact. as Kane's next adventure was gonna be a wacky race. It somehow led Ragatha to be shot in the face. They were split into 2 teams to be the last one standing. Kane wanting his adventures be first, that's all he was demanding. Gango with Supel, Jax with Pomni, Girl Dad Kinga with Ragatha. Sounds all fine to me. In the hallway, Jax gives Pomni reassurance. That's all just a game, just to give her confidence. He explains how each of them helps out the machine, how they're all archetypes. What exactly does he mean? He tells her,
You're the one who hasn't figured it all out, so let's shoot them all. There's no need to pout.
that gave Pomni the courage to play along. Why, together they sang the Daisy Bell song. Before Jax could shoot Ragatha to the loser corner, he accuses him of tricking Pomni to corrupt her. That triggered something emotional in him, something inside Jax, emotionally grim. As Jax was masking anxiety, hiding his fear, it's not the first time he saw his friend disappear. He was severely heartbroken to see another friend abstract. Just the thought of it gave him an emotional impact. Jax thought he was the problem, so I pushed others away, in hopes to prevent what happened that day. He wanted Pomni to shoot him to get far away from her, but she was so confused to what he'd prefer. Calling out his bullshit on feeling human emotions, he dodged every one of her verbal commotion. She immediately noticed what he was doing, not physically, but emotionally shooing. It was when she brought up the topic of abstraction that gave the rabbit such an anguishing reaction. His whole facade, his true emotions came out, lashing at she had no idea what she was talking about. Once Jax realized he was showing true feelings, he slipped back to his funny self to cope with the dealings. Pomni figured it out. She done cracked the code to get him out of his practical mode. She asked him, if I abstracted tomorrow, what would you do?
I'd move on. And probably forget about you.
Pomni kicked his ass to prove her own theory, of which he was hiding throughout the whole series. Jax in a desperate, cringy fit of despair, claiming that he never actually did care about Pomni other 4, that he wants them to suffer. Self-sabotaging isn't a way to make him tougher. He relentlessly lied through his yellow teeth. After his rant, he felt nothing but grief. Leaving Pomni shocked and very heartbroken, Jax really regretted all that he'd spoken. For a second, he swore, not once, but twice, for he was frustrated, paying his own price.
There's nothing more to me. So please, stop looking. Please, Pomni.
At the favorite character awards, Pomni kept eyeing at her friend to make sure that he wasn't coming to an end. Jax didn't have time to push all his emotions down, so he rushed to the bathroom to relentlessly frown. He regretted everything he said to Pomni. He suffers great baggage of anxiety. Jax's true emotions came out right away for a panic attack he was experiencing that day. It's definitely unhealthy, pushing down his true sadness, self-sabotaging his own friendship, absorbing all the madness. That day Jax proved his archetype fact to be wrong, in hopes to keep his jester friend to play along. One was depressed, one was the common girl dad, one is the good friend, the other is glad. The most noticeable thing Pomni has ever done, knowing that Jax is not the funny one. With episode 7 dangerously near, we hardly see the rabbit and ringleader appear. We were told that things will get dark, intense, and cruel. Maybe learn more about the long-eared fool. We're going to see the worst thing of Jax all by ourselves. Watch with a friend or two. Episode 6 on December the 12th. If masking your true self is a way of life, you practice and rehearse. I guess all that hard work is paying off, because Jax is getting worse.